work to earn a living, but on weekends comes the time you can do whatever turns you on. Get out and clear your mind. Me, I like football. Well, there's a lot of things around, but when you line them up together, the footy wins hands down. Up there, Kazali, in there and fight. Out there and Adam, show 'em your might. Up there, Kazali, don't let 'em in. Fly like an angel, you're out there to win. Now there's a lot more things to football than really meets the eye. There are days when you could give it up, there are days when you could fly. Now you either love or hate it, depending on the score. But when your team run out or they kick a goal, how's the mighty roar? Up there, Kazali, in there and fight. Out there and Adam, show 'em your might. Up there, Kazali, don't let 'em in. Fly like an angel, you're out there to win. Up there, Kazali, you're out there to win. In there and Adam, don't let 'em in. Up there, Kazali, show 'em your hide. Fight like the devil, the crowd's on your side. Up there, Kazali, in there and fight. Out there and Adam, show 'em your might. Up there, Kazali, show 'em your hide. Fight like the devil, the crowd's on your side. The crowd's on your side.
Woke up this morning from the strangest dream. I was in the biggest army the world has ever seen. We were marching as one on the road to the Holy Grail. Started out seeking fortune and glory. It's a short song, but it's a hell of a story when you spend your lifetime trying to get your hands on the Holy Grail. But have you heard about the Great Crusade? We ran into millions and nobody got paid. Yeah, we raised 4 corners of the globe for the Holy Grail. All the locals scattered, they were hiding in the snow. We were so far from home, so how were we to know? There'd be nothing left to plunder when we stumbled on the Holy Grail. We were full of beans, but we were dying like flies. And those big black birds, they were circling in the sky. And you know what they say, yeah, nobody deserves to die. No, I've been searching for an easy way to escape the cold light of day.
another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Adelaide Oval on this very cold and wintry and blowy night here at beautiful Adelaide Oval for the Amateur League Grand Final between the varsity, Adelaide University, and the Goodwood Sinners from Goodwood Town. It's a magnificent spectacle here this evening, for not only is it the last grand final of the millennium, it is also the first grand final to be played under lights at Adelaide Oval. And wouldn't it be two terrific accolades to add to the last amateur premiership in '96 for the varsity to win here tonight? It's a carnival atmosphere at Adelaide Oval this evening. Behind me you'll see the large Blacks contingent of current players. To the right of me down the far end of the oval, the standard of children's entertainment, the Bouncy Castle, is also here this evening, and everything is readiness for the big game. For the Blacks, after their magnificent 14-point win last week against Port Districts, two changes, two brought about by players coming into the side. Chopper Reid is back from a hamstring injury, and also back in the side, Barnaby Rudge from Manchester, England, is come back from a wedding in Manchester to be a part of this scene tonight. Out of the side is Dawson, Dawson's Creek, very, very unlucky, and Nick Drummond also out of the side. A shock omission by the coaching team. Ladies and gentlemen, everything's in readiness. Doug Haywood and Gordo in the soundproof booth for the last grand final of the millennium. Gordo, how do you think this is going to go? Your early thoughts?
Oh, well, it's looking terrific out there. That light, misty rain coming over. There's not a child in the Bouncy Castle at the northern end. It's looking spectacular. There's the Ox sitting in the southern end of the stand. This is all we want, really, and a lot of atmosphere.
We're away. The White Maggot gets the ball up in the air. No early possession. Now Goodwood go forward, going to the left of screen. That's the northern end of Adelaide Oval. Out comes Rudge, the man who was in Manchester last week, and the ball will be bounced. No, it'll be a free kick. An early free kick for University, and the captain, Herb McGann, takes possession. Half-back flank, drifting rain. It's been pissing down all day. the only winter rain we've had for the entire season, and it pisses down in the third week of September. Rotten luck all round. Goodwood go forward out of bounds on the full. Free kick University, just backward of centre wing. And we are 44 seconds first quarter. Centre wing proper. Mark paid. No, it's like a free kick paid to Goodwood. To centre half forward. Man in front deserves the free. Gets it. The partisan varsity crowd not happy. Now all the way to full forward. Rudge gets out of the way. Ball comes through and carried through over the line, I think, by Ryan Eagle. So Goodwood get the scoring away in the grand final. They lead 1 point to nothing. Tommy Davies brings it out. A nice thumping kick to the middle of the ground. That was a good clearance, but there's no University player there. Goodwood player Cramp gets the ball, drives it towards centre half forward, and they take the mark. Now on towards full forward. Out comes Rudge. Good spoil. Goodwood possession. Foster tackles, keeps tackling and takes the free for holding the ball. And away it comes. Oh, it was a bit reckless, but Eagle picks up the ball and short pass finds the marquee forward tonight. The marquee forward, Will Chapman, up at centre wing. The engineer goes long towards Simon Dimmitt. Can't possess. There's Chopper Reid. The man under injury cloud concedes the free. And away go Goodwood. Through the agency of Remfrey towards centre half forward. Dog getting in the way. Ball scooped out. Eagle gave away the possession there that he should have taken. McGann has to chase a Guernsey. Out comes Davies. It beats them all, and now it's towards the goal square. And I think Foster will see it through. One behind. Goodwood lead by 2. Gordo, early thoughts?
Early thoughts is actually the rain's starting to settle in now, and I think it's going to be very, very slippery out there. I don't think we're going to see a lot of clean possessions, a lot of drop marks. Yeah, it's going to be a ground game tonight.
Davies kicks to the far side. Not the sort of conditions to really do a good commentary call, is it really?
No.
It's not a 30-goal final that you can get excited about every 10 seconds. Goodwood going forward again. Oh, they've got numbers everywhere at the moment. They're just a bit fast at the ball, and it'll go across goal and it'll be thrown in. Tommy Martin sees it out of bounds. 3.5 minutes gone. It's 2 points to nothing. And Goodwood have done all the scoring. Kind of dull football, really, isn't it?
Well,
hard to get your voice going for this.
No. I think we might have to be drawn into some descriptions of the crowd or some other inane sort of chatter like that just to fill some big spaces. So I think there's going to be a lot of voids.
It's ugly, scrappy football, and I think you've called it, Gordo. This rain appears to be settling in. It's more than just a heavy shower, it's a drizzle, isn't it? And it doesn't look like going away. Not much breeze now. And I think we could be in for a pretty scrappy evening. Now, Will James gets the ball out towards the centre square. One of the few times we've been there since the ball was first put into orbit the first time, and we concede a free. Goodwood is certainly first at the ball at the moment. They're certainly getting under the packs quicker and more fiercely than University. This kick has gone out to the half-forward flank, and Modra takes the mark. No relation. Kicks now to the goal square. Roving in front. Kick across the goal, and it will go out of bounds again. That kick by O'Brien.
Goodwood have been taking the ball into their forward lines and getting it right down to the very, very forward line, but not really looking the goods. They've been messing it up right down there on that very final forward thrust.
The clearing University kick went straight to the Goodwood player, closer to goal than the University was before he disposed of the ball. Now they're going short pass. Will it come off? It does. Will it be a... No, they're not allowing the kick. The worst rule in all of football, the time off rule on a kick and not behind your mark rule on a kick, has come into play there very early on in this game. The vice-captain Goods kicks for goal, pulls it, and another behind. 3-0 is why I call the score here at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. And our roving Rolf Harris lookalike, T-shirt Bryson, has just turned up in the soundproof booth. Evening, T-shirt. Davies to clear again. Oh, he's been penalised for going over the line. You don't see that often, and the White Maggots clearly intent on making themselves seen tonight with that decision. Will now bounce the ball at the end of the goal square. A lot of feet going up in the air, ballerina style. No output from all of that, another bounce. Rain stopped, Gordo. We got that right. It was settling in for 5 minutes, now it's stopped. Shot for goal, 1 point, 4-0.
The clear skies certainly haven't helped Goodwood scoring, though. Still managing to find the points. We'll be seeing and hearing a little more from T-shirt Bryson as soon as he can apply some of the Indian rubber man techniques and get through underneath the tripod legs.
Tom Martin, that was a good catch. Drugs Martin on the half-back flank. Now goes towards the wing. It's as far forward as University has been tonight in 7 3/4 minutes of play, but Goodwood have possession and they go forward again. Foster going back. Ball socket off the ground. Still, they're not playing in front, University. They're all playing behind. Taking a while to get settled in. Astro James are well up the field from centre half forward. Goes towards the marquee forward, and that's Will Chapman. Gets it out. Chopper Reed pushes the ball forward, and University's been as far forward as they've been all tonight. That's a bit better. The heavy body going in underneath the pack, and it'll cause a ball up. On the
Reed at the bottom of the pack there, scooping it in.
Well, Chopper's been under an injury cloud, strained a hamstring last Thursday week, but he seems to have come through rigorous fitness tests, be ready for the day. Honda spoils from behind. Ball comes out. Ooh, player cleat up there for University. Chance there for Thomas, scoops it out now. The order seems to be to get the ball out at any cost. Puccini chasing his tail, the ball goes out towards centre forward, and it's a clear mark taken by Brett Lehman. The ruckman puts the foot through the pigskin, something serious there. Centre half forward, Reed over the ball, the umpire will come in and bounce.
Well, these are good signs for Uni. They're managing to hold it on the half forward flank, which is better than they've done all of this quarter, Young.
Yeah, I think they realising they're going to get closer to the ball when Goodwood had dominated early and are doing that, especially up forward. Here's a chance for Evan Arnold, spoiled in the contest, but he's first to hit the ground running. Now brings the ball back superbly and kicks a point. That was a good effort from Evan Arnold, the brand representative at SA Brewing, a proud sponsor of the varsity, and of course the makers of Bob Neal's favourite brew. The fullback kicks out. It's 4 points to 1 point towards centre half back. Dimmitt a chance to control it. Well possessed, the big man. The short kick to Christian Puccini goes is smothered, and finally his kick is smothered and goes out of bounds half forward flank. 10 minutes into the first quarter. 4 points to 1. No clear ascendancy for either side at this point in the run of play. Dimmitt, Reed, Puccini, tackles indiscriminately the Goodwood Saints player then did Chopper Reed. but doesn't concede the free, and there'll be a bounce. The maggots tonight are Stephen Obst and Daryl Crebin, who during the course of the season have incurred the wrath of the coach, as have indeed all amateur league umpires on a regular basis. The throw-in, Honda Civic, the man who's been sensational the second half of the season, back to his best, needs to get rid of it. Was he pushed in the back? No, holding the ball. And Tymans takes the kick, goes out towards the centre half back position. Will Chapman stays the mark. Gordo.
It just seems to be a greater sense of urgency about Goodwood's game, and they're getting in front. They're making the running at the moment.
And they're certainly going forward now into their 50-metre zone. The handball over the top could create an opportunity. Good tackle by Rudge, but the kick from the first clear opportunity of the game is missed, and it's 5-1. The 11.5 minutes gone. That was the first clear opportunity of the game for a goal. Now Davies brings it out to the back pocket, taken by McGann. Bad man McGann, the skipper, in front of the Bob Neal stand. Now goes towards Thomas, who shoved his player in the back and looked a little rough. Penalty given away.
And a little bit of advice from Malcolm Ashwood to the umpires to leave the game alone.
To which they replied, leave us alone. Now Will James is playing a long way down the ground at the moment, almost playing as a centre half back at the moment. Through comes, that's Big Dimmitt I think, or is that Big Lehman?
Big Dimmitt.
The ball come out towards Katsaris, the man who was best of field in the prelim final, puts his first tackle on for the night.
Martin.
Good tackle on Martin, and there'll be another bounce. Centre half back, 12.5 minutes, first quarter grand final, first grand final under lights at Adelaide Oval, and Goodwood lead 5 points to 1.
Well, as we said earlier, Young, this looks like this good weather's starting to settle in now, and I think it's going to be with us for the rest of the game.
Goodwood a shot now. Kick by Kent is off out of bounds on the full. So that's 7 or 8 shots Goodwood have had and no goals to show for it. The twin Calicos have been kept nice and dry on the goalpost. And Davies will bring the ball back again. Martin tries a one-hander, nearly superb. Honda Civic comes out and he's getting some confidence. Honda now prepared to run with the ball. Out towards centre half forward, nicely brought down by Dimmitt, looking for Astro, and then a free kick given away. Goodwood to centre half forward. McGann comes out, kick smothered. And now to Dog Muir, starting today at centre half back. The dog gives Astro James a chance. And the ball is cleared, and here's Goodwood's got a chance here. Spare man on the half forward line. This is Ryan at centre wing. Now plays on, called to play on. Dog will go for him. Misses what he should have taken. And then Ryan kicks long to full forward. Goods comes out. Eagle is there with the Eagle flying beautifully at the moment out towards the Duck Thomas, who would like to pick this one up and get a possession. Is he held? Umpire didn't think so. Still out at 2 against 1. He's held the ball in possession in the area. Well done, the Duck Thomas. That was good, skillful play and appreciated here by the aficionados in the adjoining environs of the soundproof booth. 15 minutes, first quarter. It's 5-1. Goodwood forward. Davies out to defend. Brilliantly done, Tommy Davies. One of the fastest men in all of amateur football. kicks out and then gives the ball away. Reid running second in his challenge. And Shaughnessy, the captain of Goodwood, takes the mark. Always got players in space at centre half forward. They've done this a couple of times. This is Modra. He's had a couple of uncontested marks in this position. Now goes to full forward looking for Goods. Brought down, tackled, had possession, had a chance to get rid of it. Umpire says, no, I'll bounce it.
Herb's not going to let go.
Well, the any tackling's fierce. Pursuit of the ball's fierce.
It looked like there might have been the occasional boot on the top of McGann's head there.
Well, he's had pot plants there before. I don't see why a boot should concern him. Scrambly, hard stuff. Pacini gets it out to Katsaris coming into the game. The marquee forward's off to a good start. Runs into a player, runs into a contest, and the ball goes out of bounds. Civic takes it there. And we have an early change, I think. Anthony Bryce calling the moves. No, just giving orders. It's ugly, ugly football at this spectacle and showcase of amateur football. And University gets a free. No, it goes against us. Hardly had one all night so far. Westhoff will take the kick, goes short, and they have these men outside 50 that are getting clear possessions. Dog holds him up. You better concede a penalty in a second, Dog. Careful. Kick will be taken by the vice-captain for Goodwood, Kent. He goes straight for the goals. Ball comes over the back. No, falls to the front. Cleared away. Could have been a trip, not paid. Goodwood players first there. And another bounce, I would imagine. 18 minutes first quarter. Won't be much more than normal time 20, I wouldn't think, with just 5 behinds to 1 kicked in this quarter. And another free kick against University, and another free kick going to Westhoff. And if anything, that's Gordo be the worst sign so far. Too many frees. It would suggest we're not playing in front.
No, not enough. Not enough intensity. The Blacks just seem to be. Maybe it's the whole new scenario of under lights, the big game, but the pressure seems to have got to the Blacks.
Well, Westhoff kicks it, and that gives Goodwood the first decisive lead of the evening. 11-1, 1-5, 1 point. Back in the pivot on the beautiful Adelaide Oval paddock. It's 11-1. The ball comes out. Honda Civic gets it out now to Tommy Martin, who's looking like he's in good form tonight. Goes towards Evan Arnold. Well spoiled out front. Reid chases. That'll scratch his hamstrings and test him out. The ball will be funneled towards the boundary line and finally taken out.
The first really positive forward thrust by Uni. A really serious go there. Let's hope they can convert in this one.
Throw in. Another throw in. Good acrobatic dive there from Evan Arnold. Was he touched, Gordo? I didn't think like he was going anywhere near anyone else.
No, I think he saw a puddle and took a dive.
Another throw in. Dimmitt over the back. Only Goodwood there. Darham's chasing. Reid bumping. And Chopper Reid going for the head there, I thought.
Well, yeah, I think. But he's succeeded in gaining a little ground, so job done.
Living up to his nickname. Another throw in. 20 metres from goal. Dimmitt again. Looks forward. Can't get it down. And then gets crunched.
All wrapped up and there's stacks on the mill, so it's a ball up.
Well, the way this game's going, we're going to be laying on those cliches thick and fast later on.
Yeah.
Ball cleared out towards the flank. Eagle well spoiled. A long way down from his back pocket. And indeed, just 2 players ahead of centre for each side at the moment. Goodwood choosing to stack the varsity forward line when going into attack. Now a few players drop back. Players everywhere over the ball. Pacini a kick. Gets some yardage, but Goodwood will take the mark. And this is Hutchings. Kick out front of the members' wing. No mark. Through went Reed. Can't grab it. Under the pack. Be another bounce. First interchange of the night. And McCarty comes on. Tommy Martin gets it out. Civic better play. McGann well down the field, kicks. Chance here for Astro James. Didn't take it. The Andy Warhol lookalike now sees it out of bounds. Astro James from Spock this year and has made the Team of the Year, Amateur League Team of the Year, runner-up in the club's best and fairest behind Dogmuir. A sensational season by Astro James. Here's Honda Civic. Gee, looks good tonight. Ball comes out. McGann grabs. That was careless and gives the free. And away goes Modder and away goes Goodwood. And they got space here, and that's O'Brien. Eagle chasing. Eagle superb. He was at his feet and getting that ball, and that was held up play enough to allow the University to get back in defence. And that include McGann, who made the first error in the first place and courageously put his head down and took the blow across the shoulder.
Yeah, he's made up for that earlier indiscretion.
Eagle doing well across the full back line. Looks towards Reed. Doing a lot of hard work, Reed, without a lot of possessions. Pacini, who had the bad knee early on, kicks it towards the wing. Out comes Joel Astro. You've got to do better than that, son. You've got to get closer at the ball. Out towards Tommy Martin. Great tackle. Oh, Maggot, you got that wrong. You got that wrong, Maggot. That was a perfect tackle. And the kick to centre half forward by Goodwood. Dogs under it. Oh, no, it's Buff Lehman. Gee, he looked like as strong as Dog, and that was a mark full of courage.
He stood up in the contest there.
Oh, well, gee. Presented himself, and he came ready to play.
It's a foot race out there on the half flank for Goodwood. Who's going to win it?
Dog this time sees it out of bounds. 23 and a half minutes first quarter. Not a lot to get really drunk about so far. 1-5 to 1 point. Goodwood really in charge at the moment, but certainly by no means established a clear ascendancy. Pacini. Darrams misses what he should have taken. The legal graduate butters up again. Honda goes for the tackle. Reed chases. Doesn't get the smother. Ball goes to full forward. Put out in that pocket from which it is very, very difficult to score. Full forward looking for a free. Now comes clear and kicks the goal. But Uni make their first interchange of the night. Woodkey on, Dimmitt off. More run and closer to the ground, I think, the order of the day there. Lehman, the big tap. Martin playing well up forward. Kicks towards Nathan Woodkey. First possession not so good. Dogmuir comes down the ground. Kicks long and scrambly and ordinary and kicks out of bounds in the forward pocket, but something a little more positive out of that. And they looked a little better out of those centre bounces, but losing around the ground at the moment.
Yes, Tommy Martin very quick out of the middle there, just giving us a little bit of a lift out of the centre. Lehman looks like he's going at it hard at the ball.
The throw in. James gets it down. Reed not grabbing the ball cleanly, tries to get in and out and gets tackled, and there'll be a bounce. $17 to 1. Nearly quarter time, 26 minutes gone. And another bounce. Ball comes out. James will try and keep it in. And penalised for keeping the ball in play. Oh, that's really stupid umpiring. Dumb stuff, maggots. Good mark. Ball drying out, it seems, as this fine weather settles in. Oh, and they've got space and players in the middle. Gee, they're doing that too often for mine.
He's going forward. No, that's it.
And at quarter time, Goodwood in front, 2-5-17 to Adelaide University. 1 point, and signs not good at this point, Gordo.
No, not good at all. Uni's endeavour picked up in the last 5 to 10 minutes of the game. They made a few more forward thrusts, but never really looked like getting it through the goals, whereas Goodwood seemed to handle the conditions far better, and there were numbers at the ball all quarter. I just think that Goodwood picked up the tempo right from the word go, and Uni have taken a while, but I think Uni are starting to find their feet now, and I think they'll be a lot more competitive in the second quarter.
The large Uni contingent leaving the Oval. Dirty Darien featuring the best headgear of the evening. A feature of University Football Club is our Dirty Darien. It's 2-5 to 1 point. It's now a clear and still night at Adelaide Oval, and Uni will have to do a lot better this quarter if they are going to remain in contention at half-time. The bounce in the centre of the ground sees the ball come away. Reid doing plenty of hard bollocking work and tackling and shepherding and so forth, but not too many clear possessions. And there'll be another bounce up at just on the edge of the cricket pitch area. 17 seconds elapsed. Lehman again. He's certainly doing well on the rucks. He's getting the taps, but they aren't getting the clear possessions around the ground from it all. The balls comes forward. Davies miles behind his man. Chance for Modra again to full forward and just kicks it wide. But they have had all the easy shots at goal. They have had all the possession really in their forward lines, Goodwood. And that tells the tale on the scoreboard, where it's 8 scoring shots now to 1. And Uni are going to have to do a lot better. Fortunately, they're not out of the game as a result of what's gone on to date. Foster nearly a good mark. Woodkey, no, this is Tommy Martin. The drugs is settling in now. He goes towards Astro James, another man not unfamiliar with that kind of pastime, towards Nathan Woodkey. Good mark. Gee, this man Woodkey's a terrific player. He goes towards full forward, and Evan Arnold has the first clear possession of the day. And that was University's first clear streaming play of the evening, and perhaps signifying that the ground is drying out a bit as the rain has now ceased, and clearer, easier possessions are now the order of the day. Evan Arnold, the very intense and introspective Evan Arnold, will shoot for goal from 20, 30 metres out, a tight angle, but this is bread and butter for Evan when he's on song. He's not on song there, and it's 2 points. 2-6 to 2 points, 2 minutes, period 2, grand final 1999. Goodwood clear to the far side. Plenty of players there. Uni running second. That one, no one's down in the mark. Civic will now do so. Ball goes towards the wing. Eagle spoils well. And it looks like there'll be another bounce. Bounce up, Goodwood clears. Gee, they're just in front when they go forward, and too many times and by too much margin. This time it's Dogmuir doing the chasing, seeks the hold in the ball and gets it. And he knew he had it. He gets out to Ryan Eagle, who's playing very tight and mean on his back pocket towards Pacini. the Sacred Heart Old Grads linking together there towards centre half forward, brought down in front. Chance there for Arnold, can't grab, beautifully done. Pivic, beautifully done to Chapman, and Chapman kicks the opening goal for Varsity. The marquee forward, the engineer, the man who kicked 5 last week, puts Uni in the goal column for the first time this evening, and the chant is up. 2-6 to 1-2. Uni are back in town. Back in the centre, Uni kicking their first goal, showing signs of life, and there'll be a bounce. 2 good plays there that brought the ball from the full-back line down to Arnold for the kick, and then that play that finished up with the Chapman goal suggests that this quarter is looking a lot better for University. The signs are better after 4 minutes. Lehman is winning everything in ruck. Here's the racehorse Honda Civic. He's what you go to watch football for, the way he dances and prances around the field in that long sleeve Guernsey. The ball comes up towards full forward. Another chance. Evan Arnold has the shot for goal and puts it across the face, and there'll be a point. Signs a lot better for University now. Lehman dominating the ruck. And for some reason that northern end appears to be the preferred end of scoring, which is without foundation meteorologically, because there is absolutely no wind here at all at the moment. The ball brought in. The drink steward Allison has just brought refreshments up. And Gordo returns. Stay away, Gordo. We do a lot better when you're not here. Half-forward flank thrown in. Throw in Civic playing behind. Ball socket off. Lehman must be best fair in the field at the moment. Dog starting to exert an influence. Eagle silky skills, and then finds Thomas in space. Waits, holds it up. Whoa. Would have been nice to have had some run on there. Now kicks towards the true centre half forward where Arnold leads in the race and takes a drive with a mark and gets filled from behind. Oh, umpire.
Drag him back.
Soft umpiring. Arnold too far out to score, but he gives it absolutely everything and more. Whoa! And it's touched on the line. That was a good thumping punt from Evan Arnold, and a kick that was going to finish between the uprights, not something he's done in recent weeks. Good are your thoughts now that you've missed the best part of this quarter?
I hope that's not going to be the only highlight, but the engineer did his best down there right on the line to get it over, but couldn't hold those 2 or 3 defenders at bay.
Goodwood clears. Wadke throwing himself out. Now play on, and a chance here. Is this Rudge to kick for goal and misses?
Well, how often during this season has Rudge been in that position?
Well, really, and rightly so, the way he kicked that. That was an opportunity blown. Too much thoughts of Manchester, not about twin calicos. Brian's here, and featuring the tassels, featuring the tasseled Guernsey tonight, and the sort of psychedelic Andy Warhol shirt. It might be wanting to attract the attention of Astro James, but whose attention is currently focused elsewhere because he has a kick from about 53 metres. The Saints Old Collegian looking, thinking, now kicks a really screwy kind of kick to centre half forward. Reed spoils, brought down, Pacini tackles, and there'll be a kick. Astro, you could have done more with that, son.
Is it?
Centre half forward. Oh, the foot goes into Lehman and he'll be hurt for that. Cibic dragged down, got to be a free. Surely, Maggots, where are you? You see, Gordo, they had this silly thing where they watched the play from 20 metres away rather than being right in the cauldron, taking a few biffs, taking a few kicks in the shins, and they misfreeze like that.
That's right. I mean, who better to call it than someone who's 500 metres away?
It's obvious from here. It should have been obvious for them. Another bounce. No, holding the ball. And it'll go in favour of the University. And rightly so. Well, I reckon that...
Did you pick that one, Peter?
I reckon that was a cock-up of a decision. But it's a showcase night. It's a banner night for the Amateur League, and you can't have ugly scraps. The engineer now. Spears is second, and University are really humming now. There is just a point in it. 2-5 to 2-6. And the game all locked away. And as President Gordo, I'm feeling a little more relaxed.
Oh, there's nothing better than seeing a relaxed president. Enjoy that beer, President. Well, we've noticed that since the weather's improved, the bouncy castle has swung into action.
It's been our 10 minutes this first half of this quarter.
It's created a vacuum when it's leaked.
They've given this free away. Kick out towards centre half forward. Nearly a good mark here. That could have been paid. Again, the umpire's too far away. And then concede the free. Too many frees in our back line for mine. And that suggests they're not playing in front and getting the ball first. Tommy Druggs on the mark. Tommy Katsaris wandering, looking for the loose player. The ball goes out. Oh, not a good piece of work there by Ryan Eagle.
Strong grab by Goods.
Yeah, it was a strong grab, and these are the danger full forward. Goods kicks, nice solid kick, right to the goal line. Do they force it through? They should have forced it through. It's still in play, and holding the ball, conceded. Gee, they're hot on that tonight. Nothing else is hot here, but I tell you the holding the ball decisions are. Dog Muir takes it away. Kick out towards Bendy Foster, doesn't quite get there. Honda Civic covering plenty of yards, looking for another holding the ball, that forces it out. Rudge gets it out to Civic. Civic now along the wing and out on the full. 11 minutes, second quarter. Goodwood by a point in the 99 grand final. University doing much the better in this second quarter. Goodwood to centre half forward. Mudkey, gee, looks like he's going to play a boomer now that he's on the field. And gets another hold in the ball University's way. And that's that man, Wadkey.
Yes.
Came to us midway through the season. Talented athlete. Tall, strong, and can run magnificently. And he gets it off to Tommy Druggs, who gets a whiff of that and then snorts it up towards the centre wing. Honda Civic playing behind there, looking for the free. Another holding the ball.
They're hot on the holding the balls now. Now that it's dry and firm underfoot.
Those heating coils on their boots have warmed the game up. Astro James gets it out looking for Christian Puccini, who did the right thing and tried to crash his way through. And it'll come out now back towards Goodwood, who will clear it. Chapman, the high tackle, gives it away. The engineer not working out his angles and his vectors there on the tackle.
No, not at all.
And Goodwood free. Well, the umpires are determined to open this game up this quarter with Hot holding the ball. Now, there's a player being sent off for blood, and I don't think he knows who it is. No, it's worse than that. We have a stretcher. Is it one of ours or one? It's one of ours. I didn't see it.
No, I was otherwise preoccupied with Brian and him eyeing off the bouncy castle.
That's charming. But obviously we're not going to see him for the rest of the evening because it was straight down to the rooms, the club doctor waiting. Play resumes and out of bounds on the centre wing. (18-17), Goodwood in front. Scrambly play still. The umpire's trying to clear it out with holding the balls, but it's not working. Drop that call. Bounce again. No, Tommy Druggs is there. Herb McGann is there. Ryan Eagle is there. Not sure who that is has gone off. Chopper Reed. It might be Chopper Reed. Anyway, the Duck getting close to the ball. No, Goodwood will come through. Clear it towards centre half forward. Here's Foster running a bit late. Concedes the mark. No, well done. Out towards Pacini, 2 against 1. Well played, Eagle, to keep the ball going forward and hold it up, and a good solid tackle. And Eagle out again and gets the kick forward, our own yardage this time, but concedes the possession. And Goodwood marks.
Reed's still out there.
Reed's still out there. Darrams is there because he's going for the ball now. Martin goes in and is penalised. Oh, that's silly umpiring. That's just rubbish, Maggot. Centre half forward, Davies out. Spoils successfully. Through comes Doyle. Rudge chasing with him. And out of bounds. Tommy Catt. No, Tommy Catt's there.
Not Lehman.
It's Lehman, is it? Tommy Druggs, great possession, clears it towards the wing and out of bounds on the full. Well, the momentum the University had in the first 10 minutes of this quarter has been dissipated by the loss, it looks like now, of Brett Lehman, who was taken off the field with obviously a serious injury and replaced by the Chief Justice Doyle. Through comes Foster, held and out. No free kick.
That is a pity if it is Lehman, because he was
playing a
very good
magnificent game. Bounce up, centre half back. High tackle not found, umpires in wrong position. We could see that one again. You could rob houses, you could pick pockets if you're on the right side of the umpire, the way they umpire these games nowadays. Dog hard at the ball. Martin furious at the ball. University starting to hurt some bodies. Katsaris finds some yards, gets it out towards the legal graduate, who gets it on to Astro James. The guitar player gets it forward. Here's Tommy Katsaris, the silky skills on show again, and they get yards on this one. Here's the marquee for beautiful possession from Chapman towards Durham's. Oh, tough call against Durham's there. Jamie Durham's harshly penalised. The kick now towards centre half forward. Martin is throwing himself at everything at this point. Ball comes out. Goodwood's well tackled, beautifully tackled. A thumping shepherd from Dog Muir.
Should have been rewarded, Muir.
Copped their vice captain Kent across the chops. All good stuff.
There's a little more vigour come into the game now, Young. This is very good to see from Uni's point of view.
So Doyle is going to do the ruck, replacing Lehman. It's interesting they've not brought Dimmitt on to do this. This goes towards centre half forward. Out comes Rudge. He's got a possession here. Oh, it just bounced the wrong way for him. That was nearly superb, but Eagle leads in the race here. Ryan Eagle will see it out of bounds. Now 19 minutes, second quarter. In the grand final, it's 18-17. Goodwood not scoring this quarter. University have added 2-4. Katsaris keeps on bringing it out. Well done, Top Katsaris. That was absolutely superb because you kept the ball in front of you and you kept at it, and then not only got the possession, you earned the free kick after disposal. and Astro James will take the kick.
It's happened a couple of times now. Katsaris has been able to get the kick out of a seemingly impossible situation.
That's our Cat. The defensive kick from the Goodwood player in front of the University crowd is out on the full, and Astro James will take another free.
And doesn't the Bob Neal choir enjoy that sort of thing?
Short kick finds Thomas. Being held, and a penalty. No, he ought to be penalised, umpire. Open the bloody game up, son. Out towards the centre, and Herb McGann takes the mark. The kick forward, gee, they're finding some space now, looking a little more like it was earlier in the quarter. This time it's Doyle. The makeshift ruckman goes towards centre half forward. Rudge down the field. Does he get a free? No. Ball pushed out. Does it come out free? Is a chance for holding the ball? Brought out now, and a throw, and a University will take the free. Oh, plead all you like, son. This is not East Timor militia here. This is just good, honest football, and that was an easy free. Now, Evan Arnold will take this kick. And he kicked to the goal line earlier this quarter from at least 10 yards inside this. So on that form, distance is not the issue. And this to put University in front for the first time in the 99 grand final. The intense and introspective one, kicks slightly wide and 1 point. He's just looking like he lacks a bit of confidence on that kicking. Not charging at the disposal as he does when he's in full flight. The bouncy council working miracles, and that's where the ball's gone out towards at the moment. Kitty's just loving it over there, and I believe they have a permit tonight, which is good for the Adelaide League because people can patrol this sort of thing on a Friday night. Here's Herb McGann. Looked like he got tackled high and should have got a free. Bendy Foster in over the top, and now there'll be another bounce. And a bit of pushing and shoving, and Herb McGann, reckon he was a bit lucky there, probably scratched and kicked and bit first, but he got the free.
A nomination for a Golden Globe there.
The little McGann spears it forward, and centre forward is a free kick against University, goes to Goodwood.
It was a Goodwood player pushing his own teammate in the back, but picked up a free for it.
Well, you can see it from here, but they can't see it there, and that's the part that worries me. Now towards the wing, Honda, you've got to stop this play, and he has. Though the umpire stopped this play. That was most bizarre. Now they're still going forward. Rudge darts back, picks up his man. And the kick finds his man up forward. Doyle across, good body. And takes it out of bounds. Scores locked away in a much better quarter for University. 23 minutes in. Siren coming up for lemon break. And after nasty, breezy, unseasonal weather, this evening has turned now out to be fine and still. And the football showing some signs of improving for it. It's going to be hard pressed scored at this point, selling copies of this at $25 a pop unless we finish in front of the end of the evening.
Well, I think we're going to have to finish with a flourish or start focusing on off-field activity like bouncy castles and
the Lions Ruse game.
And swing it onto the Lions Ruse.
"24 minutes gone, Goodwood in their forward pocket. Close to half-time, although there'll be extra time this quarter because of the unfortunate injury to Brett Lehman. A whiff of Anthony Rodiger about it, that him being taken to the field like that. Rodiger taken off with a fractured arm in 96. And one of our loyal supporters is down the front there. He's managed to get
a full bag
in
of the Coolabah Moselle.
Must have told someone it was a pillow. Out towards the pocket. Don't high tackle, boys. Well done. Tommy Cat nearly could have given away a free. There'll be a bounce. The tackling's improved, Gordo. It's not as reckless. They're getting first to the ball. They're getting the hold in the balls under the packs.
Yep, they've lifted a notch. Chopper Reed throwing the weight around down there. At least Goodwood know that Uni are on the field, which is more than we can say from the early part of the first quarter.
If they can just hold this through to half-time or even perhaps get in front, psychologically that would be a great achievement. Now there's a free kick for University. Ryan Eagle, he is playing very well, is our Eagle. A great acquisition for the club this year, slightly wild character. Not afraid to get stuck into the turpentine at night and eat plants and things like that, but that's good university stuff. There's Nathan Wadke is going to stand the mark here. Goodwood counting down, it's 25, nearly 26 minutes gone. Here's the pass out towards good mark, good fine Mark Eagle, one of the best of field. Dog a good defender, that was Wade, he just waited too long for the kick. Rudge trying to buttle up, as does Muir. The ball going pushed through, 4 are behind, and that'll do us. Dimmitt, Bryson and Ellery warming up on the sidelines. Don't think we'll see any of those anymore before half-time. Yet to see Ellery and Bryson, the bustling Michael Ellery.
Yep, good to see Ellery make the squad after his magnificent game after a last-minute inclusion last week. Kicked a great goal on the run to break the back of the game.
Yes, he was a star last week, an absolute superstar in a team of stars. Now, Astro chance here. Woodkey a chance, can you get the tackle? Can Arnold stop this clearance? He can, no. Oh, but free kick conceded. Come on, Blacks, hold it now to half-time. 26 3/4 minutes gone. Out comes Doyle.
What a great
and
grab.
He's a fine
Crucial
player.
grab there, Young. Crucial grab.
He's kind of an almost player, Gordo. He almost had a broken jaw against Edwardstown, it wasn't. Almost had some cracked ribs the week after, a concussion the week after, it wasn't. Almost got picked in the 18 today, he wasn't. But now he's on the field doing good stuff. Woodkey at centre half forward, misses what he should have taken. Now, that was a weak tackle, Nathan. You got to do better than that, son. This counts tonight. Darren Thomas there, Arnold up the field. Obviously been given a just chance to get warm. Ball comes out, tackle him again. Come on, Honda, throw yourself at the boot.
Hold your ground.
And the ball comes out to Doyle, holds his ground, takes the mark. And chances now out wide. Looks towards Eagle. Drops what he should have taken, but in fact tapped it on to Arnold, who goes full forward, looking for the marquee. The engineer comes out. Will Chapman be something special? You are a star!
He has!
Deep into time on in the second quarter, and Uni hit the front for the first time in the grand final. And Gordo, it's positive.
Oh, that was special work, hard work there by Arnold, running hard out to the half-forward line. And the engineer did that beautifully, just bending it around.
And inspired coaching from Coach Simmons, bringing Arnold up the field and putting Chapman at full forward, and the goal resulting. Doyle has another go at the cracking at the ruckman. He's not winning those taps as Lehman did, but he's doing great things around the field, and there'll be a bounce. That was a critical goal. 28 and a half minutes into the second quarter. Calling it early. Calling it early.
Getting ahead. Blow the siren.
Tommy Martin, of the last 10 minutes since Lehman's been off and they recovered, they've been hard at the ball. Martin's been hard, Katsaris has been hard. Now Eagle, one of the best defenders on the ground, if not the best. Still chasing, still hustling. He and Muir a combination. Get there, Dog. Ball comes out. Just a point. 20-24. Varsity in front. In this showcase of the national game here at Adelaide Oval. Showcase of the amateur national, or the formerly amateur game. Anyway, it's Tommy Davies, clears to centre half back. He's looking for Katsaris and Sibic coming across. The long sleeve sweater wearers are the combination there, but neither of them make it. Ball comes out, full forward, drops what he should have taken. Rudge gets the possession. Ooh, lucky to get away with that, but not holding the ball. Now been held in the bundle, and they get a free kick. University get a free kick. Well, they rightly deserved that because they just went harder at the ball. I don't think technically that was right, but it was just right all round, just felt good. And out towards the wing, and it's out of bounds.
Your ears are all right there, young. Sorry, a bit carried away there.
30 minutes, well into the yellow zone in the second quarter here. Lehman is back on the track. Now that's a very, very good sign. The club doctor, Bill Chapman, in a wonderful little hat he's wearing there tonight, is escorting him back. He has his boots on. He has his shin pads off. He would appear to be compass, or as much as Brett Lehman ever is compass. And that's a bloody good sign. And it's half-time, and the Blacks win the second quarter. And at half-time, University 3-6, Goodwood 2-8, Varsity by 4 points. It's far from over, but Gordo at half-time, you have to say, we're going better.
I think we're going a lot better, and it's quite ironic to say, but I think the injury to Lehman might have just been the catalyst for the uni boys to knuckle down and work a bit harder. And from that point onwards, they seemed like they were really a lot harder at the ball. They lifted their work rate a lot, and they just worked very, very hard, and rewarded by that great goal late in the quarter to Chapman.
And so at half-time, it's a much more interesting game to commentate than looked like the case earlier. Varsity by 4 points. Welcome back to Adelaide Oval, the third quarter of the last fixture of the millennium. It's the Blacks by 4 points at half-time, and Honda Civic takes us forward. The magnificent athlete that he is drives it to centre-half forward. Ball cleared away by Goodwood, and they'll bring it out towards the wing. But there's Tommy Katsaris. The Cat belts it back towards centre-half forward. The thumping punch on. Is there a chance? No, free kick conceded by Evan Arnold, I think, on that occasion. And Goodwood will clear. Rain pouring down now. That beautiful weather that we thought had settled in earlier on has deserted us, and it's very, very wet. Gordo, how are you seeing it?
I'm seeing it as you are, Peter. Very, very wet, and I think the spectacle is going to be dampened somewhat.
Wing far side of the oval. It's Sharon over Sharon. The ball comes in. Doyle doing the ruck work with Lehman off the field. And there'll be another one. A little bit of anxiety in the crowd. I see somebody's fallen off the bouncy castle, I think. Throw in again. That won't be the last we'll see of the boundary umpire tonight. It's very much boundary umpires, whether this sort of stuff, and field umpires, whether they've played an absolute plethora of free kicks in the first half, far too many for my liking, but that seems to be the way they do it nowadays in amateur league. It's penalise everything and keep the ball going. Now Goodwood are going forward towards centre wings, now on the half forward line. Was it a high tackle? Dogmuir comes through. It's hard physical football, and no free kick brought towards centre half forward, and a chance here for Goodwood. They're on their half-forward line. They're trailing by 2 points, but they're going all the way to the full forward line. The kick up towards Foster, pushed, and pushed it is. A bit soft, but the free kick, no, it seems to be taken by Davies. Some other infringement off the ball, then he clears it out towards Darren. Beautifully shepherded by Foster, who made the hard yards across from the back pocket towards Honda Civic, featuring the gloves tonight. Fends off one. Oh, now then concedes it. Here's trouble. Here's enormous trouble. And Goodwood gets the ball to the goal square. Gordo, that was a cock-up.
Yeah, that was a drive with a handball, and it was very, very touchy sort of handball to give off on a wet day, and easily intercepted by Goodwood.
Yards is I think the key tonight. You just claim yards of possessions. And the smart-ass handball backwards did not work for Honda Civic on that occasion. And, it's the first blemish I've seen on his game in 2 grand finals. Goodwood to put themselves back in front. They do that. And at the 3.5-minute mark of the third quarter, it's now Goodwood 3-8. The Blacks 3-6. It's 26-24. Goodwood back in front.
Gee, the university crowd noticeably quiet. It's not a good sign at the moment, is it?
No, they've fallen behind again. That momentum they had at the end of the second quarter seems to have evaporated, and they'd want to get some of that back pretty soon. They'd want to get the ball back pretty soon, otherwise we'll be here till midnight. No, there it is. Too much contention being paid by kiddies on the bouncy castle instead of collecting the Sharon after the contest. Now the bounce again. Doyle, well, both ruckmen missed the ball completely. Free kick given for someone just landing on it. I think that was odd. And Durham seems to be the one who's conceded that. Goodwood are with possession. They go forward to centre half forward. Out towards the far side. It eludes everybody. Here's Ryan Eagle. He was a superstar in that first half. He kicks out towards the flank looking for Rudge, and the ball is forced out of bounds. Rudge, who made the long trip back from Birmingham, England this week to be a part of this contest, over there last week for the wedding of his brother, has come back and seemingly unaffected by jet lag, unaffected by airline food for that matter, and is putting in a contest here. Now the ball has gone astray. I reckon it's in row C. Right, that's the one. Seat 16, that's the one. And we'll resume hostilities as soon as Ryan Eagle flies in over the boundary. Gee, long pauses of nothing going on here in this contest at the moment. The throw in at long last. Over the back, Tommy Druggs, not quite sure what that was all about. Concedes the possession now to Goodwood, who go forward across the half-forward line. More trouble for Uni if they get a play here. Foster hard on the hammer of the Goodwood centre half forward. The dog Muir now clears it out towards the centre wing. There is Evan Arnold has come up the field and has given a free kick for a trip. And now a little bit of carry on. Nothing further out of that. Evan Arnold up the field. He's been a star and doing this a couple of times in the finals. And tonight another chance. Oh, Goodwood missed what they could have done there. Taken possession. The ball comes out. Through goes Chopper Reed. Can't get the ball clear. Ugly football again. Just a few yards possessed. They will go out towards the boundary and finally over the boundary line. Runner Bryce, Red Bryce in motion there. Gesticulating something to the centre half forward Astro. Not sure what that was. Durham's, was he tackled high? And no, it'll be a ball up. Not much going on here. 7 minutes into the third quarter. Goodwood by 2 points. Centre wing. Doyle again. Oh, fish out of water on that rucking skills, but he's doing best he can in all the circumstances. And there'll be another bounce. Gordo, how are you seeing it?
Well, I'm seeing the ball moving about 5 metres to the right, then 5 metres to the left. It's not very exciting football.
Bounce again. Doyle completely runs underneath it, misses it completely, and then it's picked up by Tommy Druggs, and there'll be another bounce. 3 or 4 of this in a row, and I tell you, some of the pensioners will be checking out at the Northern Gates, I'd imagine. It's still a tight contest, just the 2 points in it. Goodwood in front now. Evan Arnold got the big thumping punch, went forward, but only went forward a couple of yards, and there'll be another bounce. Just no one can seem to get the ball clear. Fourth bounce in, I suppose, about a minute, and the ball's travelled, as you said, Gordo. 5 to the left, 5 to the right, 5 to the far side, 5 to the near side. We've kind of done all this before, haven't we? There it now comes out, and Rudge led in the charge with that ball, and that's out of bounds on the wing.
I was just kind of wondering how many ball-ups there might have been in about a 10-metre radius there, Young. It was rather remarkable football.
Throwing again, Doyle finally getting the hang of it. Get your hands to the ball and then get it out. That's the way you do rucking. Old-fashioned stuff. And out towards Honda Civic, who sees it out in front of a number of people on the inside of the fence there. Must be standing room only in the front of the members there. Not quite sure what they're doing. Throw in again. Ball going nowhere. Thomas. Honda Civic trying another one of those handballs that got him to so much trouble just a minute ago. And I reckon another bounce. 9 out of 10 chance. No. No, a free kick. Wonder why he gave that one away. Chopper Reed. Now is a chance. Centre half forward for the Blacks. Going up. Oh, Astro. Not really committed to the ball. The ball comes out. Now another chance. Astro. He just falls over. That's not doing anything much for the GNP of the team at this stage. And there'll be a free kick to the opposition captain, Coach Page, who goes across and towards the centre half forward area. Doyle there underneath the pack, and Eagle and Drugs Martin and Chopper Reed. Oh, that was good possession. And another bounce, I reckon, this time. There'll be another bounce this time, Gordo. I'm calling this one. I'm calling it early. Another bounce. Right in the centre of the pitch. Right in the pivot of the paddock, there'll be a bounce. Doyle this time takes the foot in the midriff. Yeah, that does hurt. And he takes a free kick for it as well. He's learning the art of the rucking pretty quickly, Gordo. He has to, I suppose, in the circumstances.
He does. He worked remarkably well out of that pile of mud.
And guess what? Another ball up. Half forward line for the Blacks. Just where they were before. It's kind of a Bermuda triangle of ball ups here in this little quadrant of the game.
Chopper Reed with an injury hobbling towards the boundary line.
Here's Katsaris going for goal. Is it through? Oh, touched on the line. Touched on the line. A great play by the Cat, and the varsity out now. The margin back to 1 point. Sorry, injury there to Reed.
It looked like Reed heading towards the boundary, but he may have just been in conversation with the runner.
Out towards centre half back. Another great mark by Woodkey. I tell you, one of the things we've seen tonight from Nathan Woodkey is a class pair of hands in these very, very difficult conditions as the rain pelts down. And there's another class pair of hands. The marquee forward, Will Chapman, has taken the kick. He's 50 metres out. He'll go long towards goal. And off hands another bind. And scores are locked away at 3-8 apiece. It's 26 points all. Scores locked away 10 minutes or so into this third quarter of the grand final for 1999.
The question I've got to ask, Young, is what's Tommy Davies doing on the mark at that end of the ground?
Yes, well, indeed, he's wandered. He might have got a bit of water between the ears. I think he's completely out of position there. Ball comes forward again. Nearly Astro James taking a good mark. In goes, was that Put Ellery? It is. Bustling Michael Ellery on the field. Free kick conceded. No. Ball up. It looks like centre half forward. What is known in the trade as the true centre half forward position. Ball up again. Doyle. Getting closer to it.
He's not getting far off the ground, but his hands are getting closer to the ball.
You've got to concede one thing to get a better result elsewhere, I suppose, and now it's out of bounds. Darren Thomas seeing the ball over.
And once again, I think the weather looks to have improved, and I think it'll stay that way, don't you think, for the rest of the game?
If it wasn't the fact that it was the middle of the night, you'd say sunshine would be breaking through the clouds any moment. Thomas, high tackle for mine, and paid. Now gets the handball out. Ryan Eagle. Pivot stops. Oh, you miss your opportunity, son. That was a cock-up towards Honda Civic. Out comes Drugs Martin. Can't take the ball. Now Goodwood clear towards centre forward. Oh, dear, it's only a few players against very few, and they're clear now. No. They have got nothing between them and the goal other than Tommy Davies, who's finally worked out where he should have been and now dribble the goal. What an enormous cock-up. Ryan Eagle, that was your mistake, a bad mistake, a very bad mistake, a donation to Goodwood Saints, and they've taken absolutely full advantage of it on a night in which philanthropy to the opposition is not the preferred club policy. Ryan Eagle, you messed that one up. Gordo?
Well, it's disappointing that in the tight clinches there, some of these crucial turnovers are happening, and it seems that Uni's being robbed by Goodwood many times in that they're keeping a better eye on the ball and capitalising on our mistakes.
Well, I'll go further than that, Gordo. I think they should drag Ryan Eagle from the field, and I think he should be spanked like an errant 7-year-old. You just cannot make a mistake like that on a grand final night. Here's Honda Civic. He'll kick it towards centre half forward, and Evan Arnold up the field. Nathan Woodkey there. There'll be a ball up. Goodwood by a goal. They are 4-8 to 3-8. Ball up again. That's better, Chris Doyle. Now you're getting the hang of it. You run at the ball, and in fact they've dragged Eagle. They have dragged him, and Blue Lou Bryson is on the field for the first time this evening. Throw in again, centre wing. Doyle dragged down, should have been paid a free. In he goes hard. Premiership third quarter at this stage going Goodwood's way. They've kicked 2 goals this quarter. They now lead by 1, 4-8 to 3-8. Bustling Michael Ellery is on the pitch. The Blue Lou is now on the pitch as a result of a bad error by Ryan Eagle. Tommy Druggs kicks it forward. Woods, the marquee forward, the engineer coming and chasing again. Does he concede the free, Evan Arnold? He has conceded the free.
Will Chapman.
Well, the Blacks need to consolidate here. It's rained and then it stopped raining.
And it's time for the green ginger wine.
I'm dribbling and it's green ginger wine time. "15 minutes into the third quarter. Goodwood. Good Goodwood mark. Towards Tommy Catt. He and Sibic have been the stars tonight. And Goodwood will clear halfback flank. Couple of big marks from Goodwood, this time by an unnamed player. He's wearing Dirty Darian's hairdo, it seems like. Now comes out, centre half back. Handball wide, they go forward. 2 against 1 again. Tommy Davies, don't give away the free. Keep it in, Puccini, you got to defend, son. And they kicked another one. And 16 and a half minutes, third quarter. Gordo.
There's not going to be a lot of goals scored in the rest of this game, so that 2-goal gap is pretty handy to Goodwood at the moment. Blacks definitely need to get the next one on the board.
Tommy Katsaris with the free, kicks to centre half forward. Chapman double teamed there. And their captain coach Page takes the mark. Well, their coach Page takes the mark. Goes out wide. Martin late, but the mark taken. The momentum of University going into half-time, certainly not gone now. They have to struggle to get back into this contest. They're doing well enough on ball play, but they just conceded a couple of easy goals, and they needed to get one of their own to get things back in their favour.
I noticed one of Uni's long stalwart supporters, Kev, pacing in front of the grandstand. He looks a worried man at the moment.
Well, I think any Black supporter would be a fraction worried at this point. Durham's the good clearing kick, and a good mark by the centre half back for Goodwood, Hutchings. Will James not had much role to play in this game so far. Tommy Martin, good spoil, good skills, brings the ball down in front. Katsaris looking to make a contest of it, does that. Out towards centre half back. Blacks spoil each other. Foster to tidy up. Oh, gee, Goodwood getting some space here. Wadkey, it's yours, son, to clear up. Oh, McGann put the high elbow in there. That was a little bit crude. Well done, Wadkey. That was the play of the day. Now he gets out, finds Durham's, looking for the blue loo. This was his pocket 3 years ago. Tackled without the ball. Not paid. Chapman gets it back to McGann, who goes to full forward, and Arnold takes the mark. And this is the chance. Evan Arnold. Oh, it's James. Well, he's hopelessly positioned for his swinging left foot kick. He's right on the boundary line. I would imagine he's looking to go short, or he'll feature the banana ball.
He couldn't see any daylight between those two posts,
Well,
could he?
it's at the middle of the night, Gordo. Of course he can't see daylight. And he's gone short, and he's found Will Chapman.
You couldn't fit the blonde Rwandan between those goalposts.
Now, Chappie has kicked two. This is as important as any kick he's had all season. Spears it across the face, out of bounds. Chappie, that needed a little bit more purpose to it, that kick.
It needed a little bit more than the knee, Chappie.
The Ginger Wine's warming up a contest here. Scrambly, bollocking, ugly football. And there'll be a bounce up. Well, the University midfield's still doing fine. Doyle, Muir, Davies done well. Katsaris and Sibic have been stars. Martin a star. Here it comes out now towards Pacini. Dispossessed. And Goodwood get a break. And this is where they get dangerous. Doyle, spoiled, pushed over the top. Beautiful tack, Rudge. Tackle him. Tommy, well done. Drugs. Through goes Muir. Through goes Katsaris. And a free kick given against. And there's a University player down. Not sure who, not sure the nature of the injury. Appears to be holding his head. Wadkey couldn't take that mark. And there'll be another ball up, I would imagine. Tommy Davies. Not sure how he got involved in that.
He was pretty groggy. Looks very groggy.
Looks very groggy. And Ryan Eagle put back on after his misdemeanour earlier. Ball cleared out. Muir out to the boundary line, finds Durham's out of bounds. Well, the fast breaks have cost Uni, and then Goodwood has bottled up our own forward line. But we need a goal before three-quarter time, 21 and a half minutes in. Good. Oh, that was a fine tackle, umpire. Drivel. Absolute drivel.
That was just a head-down charge through the pack. Didn't deserve a free kick.
Drugs Martin takes the mark at centre half back, gives it off to Eagle, finds Wadkey out wide, leads in the chase, bends over, nice possession. Should have been protected by Durham's, wasn't. Now he's got the ball. Foster comes through, finds Wadkey again, looking towards her, but looked like he's playing up the field now. Here's Bendy Foster, bending over Bendy. He can't do it that way, scooped out and penalised, and a University free. Foster will take the kick. Arnold on in motion, one way then the other. Foster ignores them all, goes short and finds James. Can't seem to recognise Andy Warhol there tonight. Now he kicks, scrubbing sort of kick, goes nowhere, beats them all. Nice tackle by Pacini, I think it was, towards Muir. And Muir takes the mark, 50 metres out. And Muir probably can't kick this. He could certainly pump it in long. Blue Lou Bryson leading. The Dogs' kicking skills are not conducive to a pinpoint pass in these conditions, but he can certainly get yards, and that's what he's done. 47 and a half of them to full forward. Chance over the top behind. They still need a goal. 23 minutes in. They still need a goal, Varsity, to get back in this contest.
And I think Malcolm Rulebook Ashwood said it all there. Bad goal umpiring to allow that one to be a point.
The kick out from full-back. Oh, too many Goodwood players and too free. Easy possession, far wing. A far flank out towards the wing now. Wadkey leading in the race out of bounds. "24-minute mark, third quarter, Goodwood by 11 points. Uni really doing most of the attacking this quarter they did in the second quarter, but Goodwood scoring goals on quick breaks, and that has been costly. Now Chopper Reed, who came off with a knock to the leg, appears to be okay. Darren Thomas kicks the centre half forward, looking for Astro James. Couldn't mark. Sibic comes through. Was that a high tackle? Could have been paid. Wasn't. There'll be a bounce. 42 metres out from the varsity goal. If you're an international tourist watching this game, this is not the greatest spectacle of the national contest that's ever been put on, whether doing that, but Katsaris can make up for that in a subliminal moment. But Goodwood kick it away. Rudge defending hard and defending well, and Eagle gets it through, and Tommy Druggs gets it out. Chance Pacini drops it, could have been penalised, and finished up getting the free. Ryan Eagle, he just made the one error tonight. That cost us a goal, but he's really making up for now. McGann goes long. Chapman at the back. The only man that can take a mark in these conditions is the engineer, the marquee forward, Will Chapman.
He certainly knows how to make an impact, and I think it's been good to see the form of Ryan Eagle. He's obviously got his head down, and he's got stuck right into it since he's come back.
Chappie, you kicked this. You are a star. You're not a star. Goodwood clear now from the kick out. Back pocket. Margin now 10 points. Honda Civic a chance. Beautiful little handball, was too good for Arnold. Comes out now to Pacini. Hasn't had too many free possessions, goes forward and finds McGann, who is way down the field in this third quarter. McGann will look for goal square. He goes there. Chapman, not quite. Ball on the ground. Chance Blue. Goodwood clear to nobody. The Duck Thomas drops what he should have taken. Now gets the handball out. Pacini pushes it wide, and that's then pushed wide back out towards Druggs. It's three-quarter time. 10 points the margin. Uni with momentum, but they are trailing on the scoreboard, and I reckon 6 or 7 goals will win this, and it's going to be tense stuff. Three-quarter time. 5-8 Goodwood, 3-10 the Blacks, 10-point margin. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 20 minutes away. 20 minutes of absolutely absorbing and demanding football, from glory for one and disaster for another. We're away in the last quarter. The varsity down by 10 points. Goodwood in front by 5-8 to 3-10. And the scrummage towards the centre, it went to Katsaris. The Winkster got it back to Muir. It's back in the mud heap, and there'll be another bounce. A bounce to start the last quarter. I reckon just one goal for Goodwood would put this contest beyond the Blacks' reach, but there's plenty of time for plenty to happen in this last. The ball on the ground, Muir working very hard. Druggs Martin kicked it the wrong way, then butters up and gets the ball back for another bounce. 30 seconds gone. The Blacks need goals. Goodwood just won the display of twin calicos at that southern end, and I reckon they're home. Here it comes again, out towards Honda Civic. You've been a star today. To Evan Arnold, goes long for the goal square. The chance is for Chapman, the marquee forward, sees it through for a behind, and it's now just 9 points. 9 points the difference in the grand final. In the last quarter, we are 60 seconds gone in it, and Goodwood will bring the ball back into play. 9 points the difference. Into the last, but it's not going to be enough to win games by points. They've got to kick 2 goals. Herb McGann swoops. The old roving style hits the post. Herb McGann pushed up the field since half-time. Hits the post. Reliving his old roving duties of years gone by. And University within 9, with an 8 now. Out to centre half back. Goodwood clear. They've done that far, far too easily tonight out of those kick-outs from full-back. It's on the centre wing. Well, they're still dominating the field play, Uni, but they're still dominating the field play, Uni, but they can't kick goals. And 5 is looking somewhat of a large task at the moment. 2.5 minutes into the last quarter. Anthony Bryce delivering orders. He's been a terrific runner for the club this year. And a little bit of how's your father with Doyle there. The bounce, smothered, hard, aggressive bodies of the ball at the moment. Tommy Katsaris, that was dangerous going back into the pack like that. And Goodwood come out. Don't come out. Well smothered. And indeed holding the ball. Well done, Honda Civic. You've been a star tonight. You have been one of the best players on the field without any doubt at all. And it's been great to watch. Centre half forward, Will Astro James now starting to do something.
And the rain, the drizzling mist.
The fine weather that has settled in has now been replaced. Oh, now that's weak umpiring. Weak umpiring. And Goodwood take the free. Centre half back. Centre half forward for University. Kick to the far side. Oh, I see, this is where they get into trouble. Those breaks at the back. Kicks out. Well done. Well defended. This time by Evan Arnold, who has been sent to the centre wing area since into the second quarter. Here's Tommy Katsaris, but there's a free kick going to Astro James. He'll be kicking from 55. Look long, he does. And looks all the way. Astro James. The Andy Warhol lookalike. Andy Warhol, you can paint Campbell soup cans all night when you're going to kick goals like that. That was superb, and the Varsity are now back within 2 points. A shocking cock-up by the Maggots gave Will James that chance. He took full advantage of it, and now Uni are rampaging. They are back within 2 points, 5-8 to 4-12. And if they can just control the breaks against them, they just might get a few breaks their own way. Gordo, how are you seeing it?
I'm seeing it. There's been a massive restructure to the Uni lines with Arnold on the back, but Uni are still attacking aggressively, which is a very good sign.
Kick to centre forward, out comes a number of players. Hard tackle, Drugs Martin. Hard tackle, bustling Michael Ellery.
All night, Tommy Drugs has been tackling very, very ferociously. It's been good to watch.
A great player last year and a sensation since he's been back from North Adelaide this year. And that looked like, against his own man. He ran into his own man. And Goodwood will go forward. This is the captain coach. This is the coach Page, I think. Goes to full forward. Ellery could have taken that. Here's trouble. Bad kick. Now this has got to be spoiled. Honda. Well played, put Ellery. Good defensive work. Honda, you got to spoil it. Woodkey kicks it wide, and Goodwood take the mark in the forward pocket. They kick 2 in the first, none in the second, 3 in the third. This is their first sortie up forward in the last. 6 minutes in, they still lead. The kick way beyond the goals, still in play. It was the worst banana kick I've seen in the modern game, and out of on the forward, those very deep Adelaide Oval forward pockets. Throw in. The cognoscenti for the Varsity are sensing victory, but they're still behind. Here's a chance if it comes off hands. Honda, not there. Pacini, not there. The handball was wide. Dogmuir, rarely misses those. The ball's getting through. It's desperate and committed stuff out there now. Eagle couldn't get the kick. Muir can't get the kick. Eagle can't, puts the tackle on but can't get the possession free. Hard stuff, Gordo. This is the sort of footy you love. This is the kind of footy I really hated.
It's tight stuff. No one's able to get a kick free. It's brutal, it's cold, it's wet, and it's fabulous stuff.
Now Dimmott's back on the field. Goodwood go forward. And they kick a goal and they miss a goal. That might have been the match winner. And it was missed. And so the margin is now 3 points. Dogmuir to clear, 3 points the margin. Goodwood still in front. And Durham's looks for the boundary line and finds it. 5-9 to 4-12. Ooh, here's a chance. Ball coming out, Goodwood a chance. Muir hard of the ball, out on the full. Oh, it's desperate stuff now. Darren Thomas coming off with some sort of leg injury. No, he's going down to the forward pocket. I think they've run out of candidates. We have Rudge off in trouble. We have Davies off in trouble. Lehman off in trouble. Good mark, Goodwood. ...16.5 metres from goal, short pass, risky stuff in the conditions. I would have thought yards was what it was all about here now. Ellery bustling and brilliant and holds the ball in. Thomas off, Rudge on. 39 to 36. Dimmott up over the top, throwing everything at it. Sibic looking for the handball out. That one was picked up. Dog, bit too clever. Sibic, get rid of your kick, son. There's no room for an extra yard here. It's just get the ball down the ground, I think. It's the order of the day, and gee, it's hard, Gordo, it's hard.
It's just a rolling scrum down the ground, Young, and it's tough footy, but that's what grand finals are all about.
Another bounce. Uni need to break it a break here. 10 minutes in, last quarter. The game will go about 25, I would imagine. Goodwood a chance. And hits the post. Well, they've had two posters this quarter, Goodwood. Two posters this quarter, and they had plenty of opportunities in the second, and still they only lead by 4 points. A kick in it for Uni will put them in front. Dog clears magnificently, and here's the break they might have been after. The ball kicked down to centre half forward. Out comes Doyle. Can't possess. In goes McGann, and the ball out of bounds. Now it's Uni's turn on their own half forward line. Throw in. Dimmott working hard. Throw called against Uni. Goodwood to clear. 4 points in it. 11 and nearly 12 minutes now, last quarter. Oh, high tackle given. They've been soft on that tonight. Goodwood have bought a few free kicks, and that was disappointing umpiring. And now a big mark taken over the top of Pacini. And if they kick this, Uni are in big trouble. The kick is going to be from about 45, slide angle. Missed. 5 points the margin.
There's another poster for Goodwood. Was it the poster? Or was it clipped the post?
Muir to kick out. Comes to the grandstand wing. Martin, outmarked. Gee, Goodwood are taking some big grabs at the moment. These signs are not good for Uni. They need to take control and they're not. Goodwood a chance here. Comes out. Stacks on the mill. Change has been made. Darren's been brought back in the forward pocket. Doyle being brought up the field. Oh, Goodwood again getting a free possession out of the tight grabs and another point. It's 5 points the difference. 6 points the difference. The kick out. Doyle paid against. Gee, I'm not sure who there. Somehow it finished with Uni. It's Evan Arnold. Towards Will James, a chance here. Dimmitt, can't get it. Goodwood at the ball. Win goes Astro James. There'll be a bounce. Blacks need a goal. And a penalty paid for a throw. Gee, that looked a little bit dubious, but we'll take it. Now Evan Arnold is going to try and sneak along the boundary line, and he was spotted. Blue Lou Bryson, who applied the tackle, would take the free. Blue Lou we have not got all night. 6 points down, kicked to centre half forward, looking for Arnold. No one flies to University, that was bad. Now back towards centre half forward, and Goodwood another mark. They go along the flank. Well marked Doyle. Chris Doyle takes the mark. Barnaby Rudge gives him something to go on with. The part-time bouncer makes it plain who's boss down there. Doyley goes along the boundary line, and a great mark taken by Dimmitt. The basketballer, great stuff. Kicks to full forward. Chapman held, not given a free. Darham's down there, can't get it out. Neither can McGann. Oh, Blue Lou conceding a high free. That was a bit crude and not a good thing to do at this point, Blue Lou. 16 minutes in, still only a kick in it. About 9 minutes of football and the Goodwood player concedes ground and Darham's goes after him and now he goes over the boundary line. Gee, that was not exactly aggressive stuff for a side only in front by one kick. 17 minutes. Dimmitt doing great work since he's been back on the field. Puccini tries to get yards, touched off the boot. Throw in. Throw in. Our Winksters have gone out of the game. You're not seeing much of Katsaris, not seeing much of Civic at the moment. It's got hard and physical underneath there. And those players looking for Puccini. Puccini a key possession. Martin a key possession out towards McGann. Is he tackled high? Out it comes now. Arnold tackled high. He's given it as tackled high. Well, the Maggots have played shithouse decisions all night on that, and this time it's gone our way, Gordo.
Well, I'll tell you what, the lead up to that play, it probably went unsighted, but there was a magnificent smother by Blue Lou Bryson. He knocked the ball to ground, Uni pounced on it, pushed it forward, and it's ended up in the hands of Evan Arnold.
Evie Arnold, 20 metres out, spears it, through! His first goal in 2 weeks. But the number one goal kicker for the A grade this season puts Uni square. And final locked away, 5-12 apiece. Doyle still rucking, and it is a magnificent contest now. Evan Arnold, the kicker of the last goal, paddles it to the boundary line and takes a free for in the back. Yes! Now can Uni have 10 minutes of momentum? Because that'll be enough. To centre half forward. Astro James. Dimmitt, the target. Blue Lou in there. Can't get it out. Goodwood will take it out. 19 and a half minutes in. Dimmitt working hard. McGann looking the kick out. Here's the best man of field, Ryan Eagle. Kicks it now towards centre half forward where it's 2-on-2. The Tommy Drugs and the marquee forward. Tackle him, Chappie. Oh, you missed what he should have taken there earlier. Goodwood fumble, now 2 against 1. Brilliantly worked, dog. Brilliantly worked. On the wing, the throw in. Oh, ugly football. Is it going to come out? Whose way? Goodwood's. But there's all backs there. Put Ellery. Bustling Michael Ellery. And just, never tackled. Spearing across, Nathan Woodkey takes the free, now plays on. You've been a star, Nathan, since you came on. Evan Arnold, one of the best of field to centre half forward. Astro James sets. Chance here off hands. Bocini couldn't get it. The ball hits the turf. In goes Woodkey. Come on, and a free kick. Is it to Astro James? It looks like it. The man who sparked the revival in this quarter with the opening goal. Yards Astro, short pass. Doesn't make the marquee forward. Chappie's dispossessed. Goodwood dispossessed. Trying to find some opening. Evan Arnold puts it to the boundary line. Oh no.
Crap! Absolute crap! Where else did he have to go, you prick?
Maggots, disgraceful. Goodwood, 21 and a half minutes in, we have a tied grand final. Dog hard at the ball. Be a bounce. Next goal wins. Might be the next point wins. 21 minutes. Umpire lifts the ball up. Doyle, courageous. Who gets the break? It's hard, physical stuff. Blue Lou, was he crunched? No free kick. Players grabbed, held. That was Blue Lou again. Are we looking for extra time? It might well be. Herb hard of the ball. Doyle hard, another free. Oh, it's so hard to get easy possessions. Tommy Martin. Ryan Eagle gets it to Martin. Now, we need a score. Drugs to full forward. Out comes Dimmitt. Who's the player here? Put Ellery. Go Put Ellery. Through and hard and face. And a terrible free kick. Penalising the man going for the ball. Brought down. Chance now. Put Ellery goes to full forward. If it's not marked, we're a chance. We need a score. The ball brought out, and here's a paddock for Evan Arnold to possess it. He does. Finds some space to kick to full forward. A point will do, boys. Bring it down. Bring it through. And it is a point. And Uni are in front. Uni are in front in the grand final. They're in front, Gordo. They're in front. The ball comes out towards the centre of the ground and a free kick conceded. Oh, umpire, you're just trying to giving them the premiership. It now goes towards the centre wing. Out come, Muir! Sensational stuff. And it'll go out towards McGann, who sees it out of bounds. Gordo, they've got the lead. That might be enough.
That was a crucial spoil by Dog Muir, that is. He's not going to let him get past halfway, Goodwood. I can't see them getting past halfway, not with Dog Muir in his form.
He just says this ball's being being hit, and if it's hit, it might burst, but it ain't going past him. It's going into that pocket in the half-forward line. It's not coming out, and there'll be another bounce, and the climb clicks on. We're more than 25 minutes. We're deep in the yellow zone now. Now, it's the Blacks in front, and a free kick. Oh, gee, what was that for? It's Simon Dimmitt, the lad from Loxton, has got a chance here to not only kick the ball forward, but waste time. The crowd on its feet, into the pocket, good idea, towards Astro James, can't pick it up. Rudge, what are you doing down there? But that was a great possession, kicking forward, through goes Durham's legs. Here, Rudge again.
Good work, good heavy body work, Rudge.
A severe blow to the upper body, anticipated there by Rudge.
Magnificent smother, Civic.
Civic, you're a star. You've been smothering and kicking and doing those hard yards all night.
Great tackle, Civic.
And Blue, you should have socketed it. Here's Civic again, magnificent last play. There's Rudge again, you are a star. It's out towards the boundary line. Durham's and Oates, it's McGann over the ball. The kick comes out, beautifully picked up by Katsaris and kicked to centre half forward. Here's Tommy Druggs. No, it's a Goodwood mark. Gordo, I'm calling it. It's ours. I'm calling it.
It's got to be very close. There's next to no time left, young. Next to no time.
I'm calling it. It's the Blacks Premiership. There's not much in and there's not much time left.
And Dogmuir again. The discipline thing.
Throw in centre half forward or half forward line for Uni. It's towards the muddy pivot of the ground. Key possession, Rudge. Beautifully done. Holds up the ball and holds up possession. There'll be another bounce.
They're determined not to let it go past the centre.
I'm calling it. "27 minutes and 14 seconds. The chant is up. The siren's gone. They've won it. They've won it by a point. Varsity have won. We've won the grand final. We're there. Let's get out there. We're going out there.
Bobby Neal, I've got Bobby Neal here. Face the camera. How about that for a victory, mate?
That was close.
That was close.
Yeah, no. By the start of the second quarter, we were bloody there.
We were
We
there.
just had to take the time to get there.
I don't think football was the winner today, Bob. I think West End here was the winner.
I think it was the
Let's
Blacks
go.
were the winner.
Blacks were the winner. We'll go
No,
find
stand
someone
away.
else now. Oh, Chappie, what have you got to say?
Oh, that's
Phil?
fucking unbelievable.
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 They're just going absolutely wild. We'll get Astro. We'll get the club captain over here. Face the camera. How you going, Herb?
Oh, this is sensational.
Sensational, Astro.
That was the greatest game ever.
greatest game ever.
You can never say the Blacks don't have character.
You beauty.
We've got character.
We've done it again. Let's find someone else.